who did it? That's what I thought when I seen this. Who did this to you? Marie Monroe, why would you do this to yourself? It's like every scene, I don't know who and what I'm looking at. You look different. I hate the BBL. I hate the pinched nose. And in this scene, I hated the makeup. I hated it. It looked like she had Sharpie marker eyebrows. Like, it was just so terrible. Why did you pinch your nose like that? You were so look good before you did that. You looked way better before you did that. Every time I see you, that's all I can look at is the pinched nose. I'm like, can you breathe? Because it just don't look like you can breathe out that nose. I hate it so much. I wish you didn't do this to yourself. It's like, as confident as you are, I can't believe you did this to yourself. But we're going to talk about it because they were eating up on this episode. She ate Lateshia ass up. Talking about your whole storyline was your man cheating on you. Then the guys were eating it up. I love Clifton and Glendale. I love them. I don't care. I don't care how horrible they are. I love them. They make me laugh. They're my favorite, actually. Clifton ate, what's her name, husband up. Talking about he's an honorary Belle. Gagged. Had me dying, rolling on the floor laughing. I love when they put the words at the bottom. Let me know what he said. We're going to get into it all.
I'm hoping you say 2 or 3. Agree? Yeah, indeed, you look good and we came to party, but I don't want to waste my time. I'll waste your time.
So Lateshia invites all the girls to this little impromptu little acting. I don't know what the hell they were supposed to be doing, but she got all the girls together basically. And Latrice brings Antoinette. I love Antoinette. She is so pretty. She is so smart. She got her own business. She got her own thing going on. And she be reading the girls. I love her. They need to bring her back full time. I never knew that she left the show because these ladies were talking about that she was trying to get with all their husbands. Like, what? Y'all husbands? Who? She was not talking about Latrice because Latrice is her girl. So I'm assuming it got to be Lateshia. And I don't know, Marie did have a man in the beginning of the season. So it got to be Marie because it wasn't the radio host lady. Why can't I say these people names right now? What is wrong? Tamra. It wasn't Tamra and it wasn't Latrice. So it got to be the other two, right? Anyway, so when she brings her in, guess who looking like they're upset? Marie Monroe. She gave the most awful side eye. And it's just like, you see the face? It's just the face. It's like, it's just always giving a bitchy look. And I think it's just the work she got done. But anyways, let's move on. So she brings all the girls together. They all sit down to talk.
Why are you even here?
Antoinette had the girls shook. Did you hear Marie's voice cracking and shaking? She had So Gucci in the confessional talking about it. She had Keisha talking about it. Like, I'm sorry. These girls are threatened by a bad bitch because she just walk up in the room and you guys are all, why is she even here? Like, girl. Anyways, so they sit down to play a little game, I guess you call it. Okay, so the game is they got to impersonate each other. So you got to guess who they trying to impersonate. So Antoinette gets up there talking about, so I'm going to open up a very prominent business on Ferris Street. And she impersonating Akeisha, right? This is Akeisha face like, oh, she coming for me, right? But then she also flips it and tries to act like Lateshia, like, do y'all know the history of Ferris Street? Because, you know, that's all she be talking about is the history of Ferris Street. Both these chicks been talking about this for 5 seasons already, how they're going to open up a business and, you know, run Ferris Street. But neither one of them has did it yet. Well, I guess Akeisha supposedly is now. Who knows? But, yeah. So the game goes on. So then Selena show up and Latrice gives her a hug, whatever. And So Gucci is like, that's my cue. Bye, ladies. And her scary ass is ready to walk up out the door. First of all, what 50-year-old names themselves So Gucci? That bothers me. I ain't seen her wear Gucci yet. But anyway, so she trying to walk out the door. Lateshia go following her, telling her, no, please come back in, blah, blah, blah. So Gucci bothers me because she literally started the fight with Selena and then she got the nerve to go press charges. It's like you're making all these issues in your family and you think that your stepdaughters are going to mess with you after that? Like, no, they going to ride for their mom. Why would they have any loyalty for you? And then for you to allow JJ to miss his daughter's baby shower, like, I just can't believe JJ's acting like this. And I know in the scene last week, they made it look like, oh, so Gucci wanted to, work things out with her, but JJ doesn't want her to. I just don't believe that's the case. I just am not buying that for 1 minute. I think they're putting on for the cameras. I think that so Gucci really can't stand Selena. She's threatened by her. She's jealous of her. And, she makes it a problem in her household. So probably on camera, JJ act like, oh, he don't mess with her. Because when he first brought her on the show last year, he was all in love with her. He was all for her. So you can't tell me just since this little scuffle happened that he just don't mess with her like that. No, I think he's putting on for the cameras for his wife. I think his wife is the one that really don't mess with her. And he got to act like he don't to keep the peace in the household. Because what kind of wife are you to not let your husband or not make your husband go to his daughter's baby shower? Like, that is just foul. You don't not go to your daughter's baby shower because your baby mama and your girl aren't getting along. Like, no, that ain't got nothing to do with your kid. What does that have to do with your kid? So I just don't like So Gucci. I don't like how she's, going through the courts when she was the one who instigated the incident. But anyways, Lateshia gets her to come back into their little session, right? So Letitia's like, we need to sit down as a group and work through this, blah, 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 talk about what our issues are. So Antoinette goes, I'm going to tell you what the issue is. She's like, the Belle Collective does not support the Belle Collective girls. And Lateshia tried to cut her off and say, well, you haven't been here. She said, well, I'm going to tell you what's been the problem from the start. Y'all don't support each other. Y'all be attacking each other's business. And, that's why it was easy for me to remove myself. And then Antoinette eats her up by saying, well, y'all done had a bunch of sister circles and it ain't worked yet. So yeah, girl, like all your little circles, it don't be giving anything. Y'all don't be having no outcome. So anyways, then Letitia's like, well, what would it take for us to, come together? Blah, 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 blah. And then Tamra speaks up and she's like, well, it would take trust. We don't got no trust. And then do you know Marie got the nerve to start talking on the side, talking about, I ain't got time for this. This ain't nothing but negative. Like, girl, you are the negativity in the group. For you to act like you're not is fucking insane to me. She like, I ain't got time for this. This ain't nothing but negative. I got too much to lose. I got too much going on. Marie gonna say, I got the most to lose out of everybody. Then Latrice goes, girl, you ain't got shit to lose. So Marie going on and on, talking about, I ain't going back and forth. And Latrice goes, I ain't going back and forth with nobody that got lesser than me. So now Marie is all up in Letitia's face, yelling at her like a dog. It's like, Letitia, you put up with so much shit from Marie. You would never let the other ladies talk to you like that. She in your face yelling at you and you just taking it. Marie throwing a tantrum like a toddler. Do you not hear her? Do you not hear her? Crying about whatever Latrice said. Like, girl, grow up. You spit out so much venom, but Latrice can say one word and she got you all uptight. Like, she really controls you. It is insane to me, but it's even more insane that Lateshia always excuses Marie bad behavior. Of course, Marie, the bad apple in the group again. So Lateshia trying to invite all the girls to New Orleans, right? And Antoinette goes, respectfully, Lateshia, you're full of shit. So Lateshia gets to point at her like, I was about to invite you and you can leave. And she's like, okay, whatever. She don't care. She's like, I'll go. This was the highlight for me because nobody be calling her out. Like, I don't get it. They want to act like she's so positive and brings the girls together. But what she did to Latrice last season at reunion, that is not bringing the girls together. So anyways, she gets up and then she just embarrasses the hell out of Lateshia. She gets up to leave and she's like, okay, that's fine. I'll leave. And she's like, your whole storyline was your husband cheating on you. And I'm sorry, but that was true. Every season, her storyline is how horrible her marriage is, supposedly. Then she got Lateshia over there crying because, she said her whole storyline is basically about her husband cheating on her. Then the girls go outside because basically they end the meeting and the girls go outside and, Lateshia trying to make it seem like Antoinette negative and she messed up the vibe. And Antoinette is outside talking to Akeisha and everybody else. And she's like, did I offend you guys? Did I offend you guys? And they're like, no, I know you wasn't talking to me. So the girls, so Gucci and Akeisha are in the parking lot saying, no, they didn't feel offended. And Antoinette goes, the problem with the Belle Collective is Lateshia Pearson. Like, she is the problem. And then it shows Latrice in her interview or confessional talking about, Antoinette is still not over all the ladies accusing her of trying to get with their husbands. I never knew that was a thing. I never knew this was a thing. I didn't know that's why she left the show. I didn't know that, like, it was ruining her business. I did not know that. Like, I'm telling you, they are just threatened by a bad bitch. They're threatened by Latrice because she's pretty. So they always got to try to knock her marriage, when I actually think they're jealous of her marriage because her husband actually got the bag and is taking care of her. So that would create jealousy. Shit, I would want that too. Anyways, so yeah, that's what happened. So now Lateshia over there crying crocodile tears, telling the girls how much she loves everybody. I love all the Bells. Girl, kill it. Anyways, that causes Tamra and Marie to have a sit down and try to clear their issue. And Marie trying to clear her name, talking about, this guy reached out to me saying he wanted to clear his name. And then he told me all this stuff. And I feel like I should have known that. If it was something that went on with you and him, you should have told me as a friend. Girl, y'all was not that close. Why would she tell you her business? Like, and she didn't even say everything on camera. Like, it didn't even show it. I guess they went in the parking lot and talked off camera. But I've heard Tamra make other comments about what had happened in her previous relationship. And she, said she was in an abusive situation and the guy was crazy. She had to get a restraining order. So Marie, why the hell would you go meet up with her ex? Like, there's nothing you can say to clear your name that would excuse why you would do that. Like, I'm not reaching out and meeting up with none of my homegirls' exes. Like, if that's your ex, like, I ain't talking to them no more either. So there is nothing Marie can say besides she was trying to take her down. Because you remember all last season and the other season, she's calling Tamra a liar. Why is she a liar? You still haven't proved why she's a liar. So it's just, I'm not checking for Marie. Like, I think she's full of it. And she didn't feel no kind of way when Tamra was like, you went and reached out to my abuser. What the heck? But now you want us to feel bad that someone shot your house up. Like, make it make sense for me. Why would somebody go run past her house and boom, 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 bam? Like, what is going on? That's just not some normal stuff. People don't just walk up in a gated community and blast your house up. So, like, what do you have going on? It's so hard for me to feel bad for her because she's such a villain. Like, of course, I feel bad for her. I don't want nothing to happen to the people in her house. But it's really strange. Like, what is going on for someone to want to do that to you? Do you owe somebody some money? Like, do you got some enemies? Like, I'm just skipping past that whole part because I'm not even here to talk about it. But in another scene, she sat down with Lateshia talking about someone trying to take her life. And it shows pictures and videos of people walking by her house. Bam, bam, bam. And all she would say is that she wasn't home and that she's going to move. But what is the rest of the story? Like, you got to have some kind of inkling of why someone would do this to you. Like, you got enemies in the street like that? What is going on? Okay, so now all the guys link up and JJ at the barbershop getting his hair. I don't know what the hell he doing to his little two tiny ass ponytails, but he got a barber that's his ex-son-in-law lining them up in the back. I don't know. So all the guys meet up, and you could never make me hate Glendale and Clifton, okay? Because they're funny. I know JJ supposed to be the funny one, but I ain't checking for JJ. But Clifton and Glenn, I like them. They're likable assholes to me. You cannot make me hate them. I don't know why, but I like them. I love Glenn, okay? I'm sorry. I mean Clifton. I love Clifton. Glenn is cool. He's funny, but I love Clifton. So anyways, the guys are meeting up, and Clifton and Glenn are talking to Akeisha's husband, Willie. And they're telling him how, basically that he hasn't got to know them, and he just be sitting there hating on them and judging them because he been hating on Glenn rapping. Now, Glenn rap was not good at all, but Willie's still hating, okay? So anyways, so Willie like, well, I don't feel like I got a chance to know you guys. I just feel like I've been like an implant. And Glenn said, Clifton goes, nah, I feel like you've been acting like a woman. And then Willie do not like that at all. Willie is like, nah, I ain't no bitch now. Willie tried to go hard a little bit, talking about ain't no bitch in my blood. So Cliff telling him he's full of baloney. Then Willie is like, oh, you full of baloney. You the one wearing pink. So Cliff got like on a salmon colored sweatsuit, right? And Willie trying to go in, talking about he looked like a single mom and all this stuff. So Willie and JJ talking about they got a podcast and they want to invite Cliff and Glenn on there, right? And Cliff is like, nah, he don't think that's a good idea. And he's like, why? He's like, because some people, the vibes ain't right. He talking about Willie, you know, like, he don't really vibe with that. And, you know, JJ kind of jealous of him, too, because he used to mess with Selena. So he's like, what you mean the vibes ain't right? You sitting here drinking with us now? He's like, yeah, because I got to drink to be around you, basically. So then Willie tried to throw a little jab, talking about what show he think he on. Willie get to clowning his outfit again, talking about he late for school pickup, calling him a female, right? So then it shows Cliff in his confessional, and he's like talking about how Willie been coming for him ever since he been on the show. Cliff said basically ever since Willie got on the show, he been coming for him, and he knows it's because his wife, Akeisha, is jealous of Latrice. And he said, men don't act like that. He acting like a female. So there he goes. So we got an extra Belle on the show. And then it shows Willie as an honorary Belle, which is freaking hilarious to me because it do seem like Willie be sitting there pillow talking with Akeisha. Interesting. But yeah, I think the guys on this show are funny. I like how Cliff and Glenn are close even when, you know, their wives are beefing. But anyways, tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Who do y'all like? Which of the husbands do you like? Like, I don't care. Even if I don't mess with Lateshia right now, I still like her husband. Even if he don't be treating her right, I still like him. But please tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Do you think that Marie messed her face up? Why did she do that? Do you think she looked better before? Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.